At that exact moment, the ghost stopped walking. They all turned to face the crowd of living people who could finally see them. And one by one, they began to fade. Like morning mist burned away by the sun, they disappeared, finally released from their slavery. As the last ghost vanished, the ground began to shake. People ran from the farm as a terrible rumbling filled the air. The storage shed where Mama Ayo kept all her harvested crops began to smoke. Then cold flames erupted, spirit flames that burned without heat. Within minutes, the entire storage was gone. Every yam, every bag of corn, every bundle of cassava turned to grey ash and blew away in the wind. Then the flames spread to the farm itself. The yams in the ground shriveled and turned black. The cassava rotted instantly. The corn collapsed into dust. The rich soil turned grey and dead. 15 years of cursed wealth disappeared in 15 minutes. When the flames stopped, nothing remained but ash and a woman who had lost her mind. The village dealt with Aworo that same day. They found him in his forest hut and made him confess everything. Then they burned his hut, destroyed his tools, and chased him out of Ogbomosho forever. Mama Ayo never recovered her sanity. She would sit in the compound, talking to ghosts only she could see, crying and laughing and apologizing to the air. Kemi and Ayo sold everything that remained and gave the money to the families of the murder. It wasn't enough. It could never be enough. 3 years later, Mama Ayo died quietly in her sleep. They buried her far away from people she had killed. On her grave, they planted a single flower, not for honor, just to mark where she lay, to remind people what happens when you trade souls for wealth. Years later, people still tell the story of Mama Ayo in Ogbomosho. They tell it to children who dream too big, to young people who want shortcuts to success, to anyone who thinks wealth is worth any price. The farm where the ghost worked is still there in Ogbomosho, but nothing grows on it anymore. The soil is grey and dead. Even weeds refuse to grow there. People say that on quiet mornings, if you stand at the edge of that dead farm and listen carefully, you can hear the sound of hoes hitting the ground, the sound of ghost slaves working for a mistress who destroyed herself trying to escape poverty. Some shortcuts lead nowhere but destruction. Some wealth costs more than everything you have, and some secrets, when finally revealed, burn the whole world to ash. The end.